guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Daisy, and today we are going to be talking about skincare. Woo! So I do want to put out a disclaimer. I am no skincare expert, so don't hold me on anything, but I'm just sharing what I know with you guys. So if you want to get to know the 3 basic steps that I have for any beginner doing skincare, just stay in tune and we'll jump right into it. Today, we are not going to talk about the 101 steps in skincare because, like I told you, I am a beginner myself. I did start skincare earlier, the beginning of this year actually. And for our skincare today, we are just going to be talking about basics. So everybody and anybody should have this basic skincare routine down packed already. And if you don't, it's perfectly fine. If you are a beginner and you want to start somewhere, this is the place to start. We are just starting off with 3 basic steps. 3 basic steps. And this is not only just for my ladies out there. This is for anybody and everyone that has skin on their face. Skin. Alright? So we are going to be talking about 1, our cleanser, 2, our toner, and 3, moisturizer. Just to put it out there, I'm gonna just break it down into what each and every one does, and then get into how it is beneficial for your skin and what kind of skin type you are and what you should be looking for in these products itself. All right, so for our cleanser, we are actually, what it says in the name, gonna cleanse our face. We're cleaning our face from all the grime, dirt, and oil that's been surrounding us throughout the day. And secondly, we have our toner, which is highly crucially important because our toner balances out the pH levels in our skin. And finally, our third one is our moisturizer. Our moisturizer is going to be our defensive shield for the rest of the day. Throughout the night, it's just going to be that protective shield that keeps hydrating our skin and keeps it that natural glowing look. I will link down below different toners, moisturizers, as well as cleansers for different type of skin concerns. Cleanser, like I said, it is basically to wash away everything that has touched your face or has been in the air throughout the day that you've come in contact, whether it be dirt, pollution, bacteria, and right now, as we know, we are in a pandemic, so even viruses could just be sticking around your face, and you don't want that. If you do live in New York City or just anywhere in general, because there's so much dust in the wind, if you look like directly through the sun, you see those little particles floating around, and all of that is just floating around the air, and it does stick to your face. So we do want to have this base of removing everything from our face that we don't want. So besides our outside pollution and just dust and debris from outside, our face does accumulate a lot of oils, and sometimes reaching to our outer spectrum of oily skin, we do tend to produce excess oil. Besides excess oil being produced, our skin does shed skin cells. And if you don't know, fun fact, which is our skin does shed about 30 to 40,000 skin cells every minute. That's disgusting. And so cleansing our face does remove all of that. The main part of cleansing, besides it cleaning our faces from all that bacteria and debris and everything that's just around us, the perks that we do have with cleansers is that it brings a more radiant and healthy looking skin, and also does help us take in whatever we put on for our next step in skincare. And I do talk about overproduction of oils in our skin is usually because we do have natural oils that our skin produces. Now, for our oily skin people or our combination skin people, we do happen to see our oils overproduce throughout the day, and that makes it shiny, slippery, and something we don't want to see. Now, to help with overproduction of oils, we do have certain cleansers. Now, I will get in on the breakdown of types of cleansers for our different type of skin problems. So for when we come down to choosing a cleanser, it all depends on the type of skin that you have personally. And the first one we're going to start off with is dry skin and what cleanser you should be using. So when it does come to my dry skin people, I do want to advise that you look for a cleanser with a low level of alcohol content. High levels of alcohol content will over dry your already dry skin, and you don't want that. For dry skin, it's going to be crucial to use a cream cleanser because this cream cleanser is going to be thick for your skin to add that extra moisture inside that you're looking for without stripping the natural oils that you already have. So if you're looking at the ingredients, you are looking for a cleanser that does have hyaluronic acid or as well as glycerin in it. Now, the reason why you're looking for these two is because these two ingredients are going to bring back moisture to the skin and help maintain and retain that water. So when it comes to my oily skin people, I know your struggle. You want a cleanser that does have a lower pH level in your cleansers, but overall you want to look for a cleanser that is gel based or in a foam. It's going to be lighter than your milk cleansers or your lotion cleansers, something that's thicker. You don't need as much hydration because of all those oils already being there. So you want a gel cleanser that deeply cleanses your pores as well as removing all that excess oil that you don't need. For my combination skin people, I do want to suggest a cleanser that is more on the gentle side, that doesn't leave your face too dry or leaving your face feeling too tight. Any water soluble cleansers is going to be perfectly fine. So when it comes to consistency and what you should be looking for, my combination people should be looking, you have a variety, but I would suggest to go more on the gentler side, just down between the two and seeing which one leaves your skin not too dry or too tight. So you just want to have a balance between both, but you can find that within any range of textured cleansers. So one main reason why we want to cleanse our faces is because if we just stop cleansing our face in general, this ends up drying our skin, clogging our pores, creating mountains of acne, irritation, infections, and no one wants that. Our skin is... This is our canvas. Everyone sees this and everyone wants perfect skin. So to have a perfect skin, you have to start with a base, and that is our cleanser. So moving on to toners. Toners you might not know about, or you might just haven't really thought about. Toners is a pH balancing, I wouldn't say serum, but watery liquid. I did want to talk a little bit about the history of toners and what it used to be for us, because as of right now it is not what it used to be, and thank God, because it was very unnecessary. Toners back then in the 90s, I would say, were used mostly for our acne prone people because they overly produced too much oils that clogged bacteria into their pores, which caused obviously acne. Now, our toners back then in the 90s were known as, we would know it as estrogens right now. Astringents? I'll write it down here. Yeah. So that and that's basically the over drying of your skin, which left a lot of people with discomforting skin because it would cause stinging and it would be really harsh, and it is not something people wanted to use on their face because it's not a pleasant feeling. Later down the line, we do see K-beauty, also known as Korean beauty, and everyone started to see that Korean beauty had so many steps in it. Korean beauty's toners, they were seen for how it hydrated our skin as well as treated it at the same time. It wasn't stripping our skin for it to be discomforting. It wasn't this harshness that we as people would hate to have on our face. So from there we learned that our toners shouldn't be as harsh. It shouldn't be this agonizing thing that we don't want to do. Like, toners were now made to hydrate and treat our skin. Toners do go an extra step ahead and basically become your second cleanser. And no, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling this a second cleanser, but it acts as a cleanser in the sense that it also removes, it goes deeper into the pores and removes your excess oils, dirt, any bacteria that you have in your skin. But it's not a cleanser. I'm gonna just put it out there, it's not a cleanser, but it does do a little bit of what cleansers do, okay? Toners does give that appearance of smaller pores, and don't get it twisted, nothing is gonna shrink your pores. It's just gonna give it the appearance of a smaller and tighter pore, and it's not gonna be long lasting or like, oh, I keep doing this and it's gonna shrink your pores. It's not gonna shrink your pores. Your pores cannot be shrunken. I don't know how hard I gotta emphasize that. So for your toners that give you that smaller appearance of smaller pores, it also balances your pH levels, also hydrates and treats your skin. For my guys out there, I know you guys shave and sometimes you get ingrown hairs, and this is great when it comes to treating that, because our toners go deep into our pores to unclog all of that, as well as our cleansers. Those two together make it even better to help prevent ingrown hairs. We're going to talk about toners that help our dry skin or people with dry skin. So some toners do act as humectants. And humectants do prevent the loss of water in the skin, so it doesn't dry out your face too much. And like I said, like our glycerin or our hyaluronic acids, those are known as humectants. So in your ingredient list, you do want to look for something that has glycolic acids or any hydroxy acids, because those help keep in and maintain moisture for your skin. Just look for something that has amino acids. So when it comes to sensitive skin, I do want to suggest that you find a toner that does have skin calming botanicals. This usually does mean look for something that has rose or chamomile. So for my oily people or people that are prone to acne, I would suggest to find a toner that has something that like witch hazel in it, or that is salicylic acid based. So for my dull skin people, I would suggest to find a toner that has natural exfoliants. And when I say natural exfoliants, I mean look for lactic acids or something like papaya extract. And if you're looking at the ingredients, I would suggest if a toner does have alcohol within its first 5 ingredients, just stray away from it. You don't want the alcohol to overpower and even dry out and make your face even more dull than your skin more dull than it is. So my people that do have mature skin, I would suggest to look for a toner with antioxidants infused into it, as well as any hydrating acids, like I said, like hyaluronic acids. So to just tie up our skincare routine, we do want to add our last step, which is the most important step. Well, all your skin steps are most important steps, but this one by far is gonna be your sealer, your protectant. So you do want to finish off any skincare routine with moisturizer. Your moisturizer will soften and give you that protective layer that you need throughout the day. When it comes down to moisturizers, as you should know, moisturizers do come in a lot of consistencies. So you can have your runny moisturizers that are gel based, or just water based, where it's like really runny, to our more thicker consistency of moisturizer. Now you do want to use your moisturizer every single day, even if you don't leave your house. Like, your moisturizer is gonna help hydrate and protect your face. And just being indoors, dry air can dry out your skin, and then you become spotchy or like get little spots and become itchy, and you don't want that, because then that's just more wear and tear on your skin. But just remember, bring down the moisturizer to your neck. Don't leave out your neck. Your neck needs moisture. And like we do get older, we see the signs of wrinkles throughout the eyes, or like smile marks. Like, moisturizer will prevent wrinkles, not entirely, but in a sense that it'll slow down your skin from aging. When it comes to moisturizer, I do suggest just bring it down your neck to give it that extra hydration that you need, to not have that extra wear and tear or just like aging fine lines and wrinkles type thing. When it comes down down to our moisturizer, it does also help our skin generate skin cells, so that helps with a lot of blemishes and other discoloration on our face. And even if you look at it, some moisturizers also do carry in some tints to help it even out your complexion even more, or even self tanners in them, infused into them. So when it comes down to my oily skin people, what moisturizer should you look for? You want a moisturizer that is non-comedogenic, or at least something that says oil free in your moisturizer. One of my favorite products, because I do have combination skin, is just that I'm more oily in the summer and really more dry in the winter. So for the summer, I do like to use the Dennis Gross. I will put the information down below. And this one actually says hyaluronic marine. So that's already a lot of moisture, but then right underneath it says oil-free moisture cushion. So as you can see in the screen, I did use this a lot. So this is actually, as you can tell, it's really creamy and watery. Not in the sense like it's coming down, but you can see how water-based it is. When it comes to my dry skin people, and trust me, I've gone through the struggle as well. When in the winter my skin gets really dry and it actually starts to flake, I would suggest to look for lotions that are more thicker, and lotions that carry humectants, as well as ceramides or ceramides. These are both gonna retain and maintain moisture to your face. I do like to suggest a very thick cream like this one. One of my favorite hydrating creams that are thick is by Milk. This is our vegan milk moisturizer. It's gonna be this one right here, like this neon yellow. And then if you take a look, well, there we go. It's just, you can tell it's way thicker than our oil-free moisturizer. Now when it comes down to our moisturizer, since it is our last base, we also do have moisturizers nowadays that do have SPF infused into it if you want a 2-in-1, because after moisturizer you do want to use an SPF. But that's going to be for a later video down the road. I'm going to explain all of that to you guys, and I hope this video was informative and actually helped out a little bit. I will leave information down below for whoever's interested in looking for a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. And if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification. I wish I could add a bell. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to add a bell. This editing is hard. And if anything, you know, share the video if you liked it. Alright guys, stay safe out there, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye. It also, moisturizer is and I don't know how that happened, because this skincare routine, okay, yeah.